I need to add a cold air intake to the back of this stove here, or propane heater. And I want it to low as possible so it can suck the air straight into the back of the fire. So I need to cut this 4¼ inch hole, and what I want to do is I want it centered, and I want to make sure this, wherever I mark this center hole, is in sheet metal. So run this Sharpie around the outside, that'll give me the center of that hole. Now we want to drill a small hole there to mark it for the next step, but we want to use a hole smaller than our arbor for our hole saw, and then drill this out. Right, now on to the next step, or the heater put back on the wall of the RV. Now I gotta mark this hole into the wall. Fortunately, the impact driver won't fit in there. So what we're gonna do, stick the drill bit in, turn it by hand a few times. Hopefully that'll scratch up the wall. Yep, right there's our little scratch. Mark that with the Sharpie so you can find it again. Put the drill bit back in the impact driver. And if you're using an impact driver to drill holes, make sure you use impact rated drill bits. You don't want to break them. Now we got to drill a hole all the way through to the outside of the RV. I can see light through, that must mean we're all the way through. And apparently they use pink insulation. Now let's start drilling the hole from the outside. I lost the button. There's the pause button. Alright, got the helper handle installed so I can get a better grip on it. And I'm standing on one of those black totes with the yellow lid. Not exactly the best step ladder, but that's what I got. So that's what we're gonna do. It's so much easier with the handle. And we Alright, we're all the way through. Now, be careful with that piece of metal. It's awfully hot. And we gotta pull all that insulation out. So let me put my gloves on. Grab a knife and we'll pull the insulation out. You don't want to just grab a hold of the insulation and pull it out, unless you want to pull it out of your tire wall. So I love these little knives like these for, you can get in deeper to cut. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Hopefully I don't get that fiberglass all over me. I'm allergic to it. I'm gonna go around the inside, drill a hole in the inside, drill the hole on the stove, and then we'll get to installing the vent. Alright, the chunk of the interior wall, this veneer stuff, is kind of stuck in there. That's what these holes along the side are for. And there's also holes on the back side, so you can get in there and pop things out. If you're cutting through something really thick, so it's most of the way through the depth of the hole saw, and you can't push it out because it's too tight, you can drill a hole or put screws in it, and then grab a hold of the screws and help pull it out. Alright, time to get the other hole drilled. Where's the button? I keep losing the button. Here. I'll just push it on the camera. I screwed up there and drilled through this before measuring. This is a dryer bit I'm going to use for an intake. What we're going to do is put this back on the wall, jump into the hole, and then put the tape measure through so we see how far this, and then we'll know where to cut this off. Sorry the cinematography is not exactly the best on this video, but you get what you paid for, and this is a free video. So we're going to go in there, and we're pretty much exactly 4.5 inches there. But you got to remember, we got to make sure we clear these ribs. So the ribs are at 4 3/4. I'm going to cut it off at 4 inches, and then we can make it shorter later. Drill our hole in the back of the heater, make sure everything's nice and tight. And the words of Jamie Heineman from Mythbusters fame, when in doubt, lubricate. It's kind of chilly out and I want to wear my gloves, but those gloves don't have enough dexterity to do anything. And Menards quit selling my favorite gloves. I had to find a new favorite glove. Hopefully it's just a supply chain thing. But when they come back or I find a new glove I really like that fits me well and has good dexterity and everything, I'll buy a bunch of them. Alright, because we got this hole here, we want to make sure we go pretty slow, and also we don't want to hit the parts of the heater on the inside. Alright, this thing's gonna want to walk around on me.